Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
I wish I was the guy that could learn things easily, like everybody else. But I'm not that guy. You wake up one day, you're broke, you're on the verge of losing your house, spouse leaving you, kids don't want to see you anymore, or not going to see you anymore. You're on the verge of being unemployed, and you have these addictions that got a firm grip in you, and you're really about to lose everything. And on the outside, everyone thinks everything's fine and that you're successful. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a reality that some people are going to have to face someday. For some of you, you may not. You might be listening to this podcast, just like I said before, from a voyeuristic point of view, just checking in to see what's going on in my life. But I'll tell you, the reason why I created this podcast, the reason why I do what I do, aside from what I do during the day, is to help people get out of adversity. I know what it's like to lose everything, not once, but twice. I know what it's like to walk around completely defeated all of the time. I know what it's like to keep my head held low because I'm embarrassed about the person that I've become. But at some point in my life, when I tried to take my own life and it just didn't work, and I would think that I'm a reasonably intelligent guy, I got myself into some pretty tough problems. But when it came down to it, and I just realized that I'm not going to die and I can't get out the easy way, that I'm going to have to start working on myself and become the best version of myself I can be, because I ain't going to live my life like this anymore. Could you imagine going through your life completely defeated all the time? There are people that I know, and there's people that I've seen in my career that have done that. On the outside, they look like they're killing it and crushing it, and they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. But in the end, they're actually miserable people and are just hanging on like the rest of us. So I've decided, how am I going to live my life? And maybe you're at this point too. Here's the big thing today. You know, if I could say one thing about this podcast and what I'm trying to get people to do, it's that one thing, just that one simple thing to help them start living a better life, to become the better version of themselves, to get the things in life that you want, instead of hoping, wanting, wishing, and waiting for them to happen, to actually get them. You're going to have to change. And you can't change by doing the same thing over and over again. You're going to have to actually get uncomfortable when you wake up in the morning. You're going to have to get uncomfortable in your daily routine. You're going to have to find an easier way to create these habits, like it's referenced in the book Atomic Habits. You're going to have to do these things over a really long period of time, to the point where they become routine, but now you have a success routine. See, autopilot's no way to live your life. And there's so many people that just go on autopilot. I could be in the middle of my day, the no comfort zone guy, and I can go on autopilot. I have to do a checkup from the neck up, checkup from the chest up sometimes, just to make sure that I know that I'm going in the right direction. Is my heart in it? Am I really willing to change, or am I just BSing everybody and talking about it? It's not easy to do. But the cool part is this. I've been to the other side. I've had a pretty good life. Things were relatively easy. Things were relatively going my way. I had money coming in. I had the support of my family. But when you take all of that away, and when you're left to your own devices, your own work ethic, your own character, sometimes it's not a place that you want to see, and you have to look in the mirror and realize, man, I am really messed up here. I'm really in a bad place, and I have to get out of this place as quickly as possible. And when I did that, when I got out of that place as quickly as possible, then I realized that I could become a better person. So I created intentionally situations where I just couldn't be comfortable. I just refused to be comfortable. And I'm telling you, it's where the magic happens. And I suggest you be coached through it. It took me a long time in my life to get to this place where I just had enough. But you don't need to fall that far down the ladder in life in order to get yourself to a point where you start to say, you know what, this is it. I've hit rock bottom. You don't need to hit rock bottom. Move the bottom up. Create a new reality. Stop all these pleasantries about being comfortable in this minute and this moment. I was listening to something on Instagram today, and a guy that I respect, an author, was talking about a time in his life at 19, and you might know who I'm talking about, that he tried to kill himself. And the saddest thing for him was he was going to miss his family and they would miss him. And that's something that was very real for him. You know, the guy's, his motto is, did I live, did I love, and did I matter? And I think that's a great way to look at things. And you have to ask yourself, if you're listening to this podcast, are you willing to change? Because life isn't that bad right now. It's just comfortable. It's just easy. It's just average. And when you realize that's like toxic and you sincerely 100% need to change your life so that you can feel passion, you can feel energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm, the passions for the things that you want to do in your life. It's my hope that this gets contagious and you start to take a grip, whatever you do. If you want to work with me, great. But if you work with somebody to start living on passion, with passion, what's going to happen is you will change the reality for people around you. I have to do it every single day because I'm, by nature, my disposition, I want to help everybody, but I can get really, really negative really quick. I can feel like the world's against me really fast. I can feel depressed in a moment. So I have to work on it daily. And the best part is, it's working. The habits are forming. The behavior has been changed. I want that for you too. Whether you're a mother, a father, an employee, an employer, whether you're a student, whether you're a millennial or a boomer or a Gen Xer, whoever this is reaching out to, I want you to know something, that if you truly do want to change, the change happens right now. It's at this time when you have to make the decision about what and who you want to be and what do you want to have in your life, because you're not going to do it by doing the same thing over and over again. So today is the day. I'm telling you, you need to reach deep. You need to focus on what it is that you want, and you need to take action. But I really want you to understand something. The time right now is to change. And with the snap of a finger, it's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.